Good Tuesday morning, everyone. All right, here we are. Happy New Year to all. Monica Corrado here. I'm going to turn this up and see if I can get it a little louder. All righty then. So, Monica Corrado here, the Gap Chef. Want to wish you all a happy. Look like I'm a little bit. That's better. Want to wish you all a happy new year, happy 2024. May this be a year full of health, healing, prosperity, abundance, joy, fun, adventure, and every other darn blessing that you would love. Again, Monica Corrado here, the Gap Chef. I am thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled to feel better after my 23-day immune system upgrade. And yeah, it's over. I'm back. Hooray! Through the portal. Here we are. New year. So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about getting rid of... So funny that I'm so... Okay. Letting go of the old, whatever did not serve you, whatever was difficult, whatever didn't feel good, whatever was frustrating, whatever didn't work, etc., and bringing in whatever it is you would like to bring in for this year. So, I think I'm going to sit back. That's better. Okay. All right. So, here we are. I want to welcome everyone that's new to this little Ask the Gap Chef Facebook Live. I try to do them every Tuesday. Sometimes I can't, but I like to be here to answer your questions. If you're new, welcome. I encourage you to look at all the other previous Facebook Lives. We've been doing this for a while now. A lot of them are on my YouTube channel called Ask the Gap Chef. Some of them I've posted to the top of our page under featured posts. Those are the ones that I think might really be helpful to you, especially the one called The 4 Pillars, the Basics of Gaps. All righty then, so we're going to get started. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Hey, Lizelle is here. Hooray. And Diana is here. Hello, Diana. Welcome. Hey, Joanna. Good to see you, too. Hope you're well. And hello, Tara. Hello, Tara. Welcome. So, usually I have a topic for every one of these things, and today the topic is New Year, New You. Doesn't that feel good? Hope it doesn't feel too frightening or too much of a stress or too overwhelming. One of the things that I like to really talk about with my clients is that every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Your body is brilliant. Your body is divine architecture. Your body is resilient. Your body is only asking for the foods, the nutrients, the water, the sleep, the exercise that it needs in order to be well. Your body and its inhabitants, meaning your body and the microbes that live within you. And there are bazillions of them. Your microbes and your body will move to balance, will move to wellness with every little thing that you give it. Every drop of pure water, every spoon of meat stock, every bite of sauerkraut, every bit of liver pate, every beautiful egg yolk, your body will move to balance. So I just really want to encourage everyone, because gaps can be frightening, gaps can be complicated, gaps can feel like too much sometimes. But we really need to just keep the faith and keep our eye on the prize And the prize is well-being. And the prize is health and well-being. And certainly the GAPS diet is one of the ways to get there. And it's very tried and true, especially if you do the two things that I talk about all the time, which is the food and the detox. We need to do both, the food and the detox. We need to be not eating certain things and eating other things, and we need to be supporting the body with a strong, that doesn't mean overwhelming, that doesn't mean too potent, it just means maybe there's a better word, with a good, I don't know, detoxification program, right? Protocol. So the food plus the detox equals the win, equals the health, equals the healing, equals giving your body the best chance of coming to balance, right? But there's one other thing that I want to bring up, besides all the beautiful food that you are sourcing, besides all the beautiful food that you are cooking and you are fermenting and you are adding good salt to and you're using good water for, right? Besides all that beautiful food that you are coming into balance and quiet and alignment and gratitude and openness prior to eating. Many of you would know that as the GAPS mealtime ritual. I hope you're all doing the GAPS mealtime ritual. But the other part of it is really our emotions, our feelings about things. Yes, it's true. It's not just the food and what you're eating or not eating, which is very well spelled out in the books, and I'm happy to go over that with people. It's not just the addition of a very, very good detoxification protocol. It's also our attitude. It's also our lens. It's also our beliefs. It's also, how do you feel about this? Are we going into this new year with optimism? Are we going into this new year with convinced of the possibility of wellness? Are we going into this new year, right? Feeling like, yeah, this is something I want to do. I'm re-upping for another year. I'm going to do the best I can with it. And I know that whatever I do, my body will use to come back to balance. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up for today since it is the first Ask the GAP Chef of the new year. Here it is, the 2nd of January of 2024. And I just wanted to bring that up, that GAPS is all about the food, what we're not eating and what we are eating. It's all about the detox. Are we supporting the body as she detoxifies? Yeah. But also, how are we thinking about this? Are we appreciating this protocol and its gifts and its, the word brilliance comes to me. Yeah. Are we appreciating our incredible bodies? Are we appreciating the farmers that are working to bring you clean food? Are we appreciating the people who make the filters to filter our water? Are we appreciating the bath that we get in and relax in, that Epsom salt bath, which is really helping our liver? Are we appreciating the tallow that we put on our face and our bodies to keep them moisturized? Are we appreciating the companies that are doing the best they can to bring us clean, what can I call them? Clean products for laundry and for cleaning and for things like that. Anyway, I just invite you to do a little bit of thinking about this year. I love the turning of the year. It's one of my favorite things. I call it the turning of the year. It's the letting go of the last one and the bringing in of the new one, and the invitation in this cycle to think about, how do we want to be this year? What do we want to open to this year? Open to the possibility of healing, open to the possibility of joy, open to the possibility of feeling really good in our bodies, open to the possibility of thriving, open to the possibility of clear skin, of happy cells. Sorry, I'm a little silly today, but just to be thinking about that, of setting intentions. How do we want to be this year? How do we want to be in gaps? How do we want to be with regard to our bodies? Can we embrace a detox protocol instead of saying, oh, God, what a pain. I have to take a bath every night. How about, oh, what a wonderful thing that I get to relax every night. Oh, how annoying castor oil packs are. How about, oh, what a gift of the castor bean that this oil can bring me such healing and health. Oh, I'm so tired of wanding my water to structure it. What a pain in the wazoozle. Or, wow, how incredible that I live in a time when people are doing the research to know and understand that structured water is healing, and that I can actually do that in my own home. Whoa. So, folks, I'm just saying, I'm not perfect on this end. I'm human too, and I get in my funks, and I get in my, difficulties, just like you do, and blah, blah, blah. But wouldn't it be great if we just wrote down maybe a couple of intentions for this year? Put them somewhere that we can see them. Maybe we put them on the refrigerator. Maybe we put them on the mirror in the bathroom. Maybe we carry them around in our pocket as a little piece of paper that we feel every once in a while. What does that say? Oh, I'm going to look for what is working. I'm going to look for what is working. I'm going to look for what is working, as opposed to I'm going to complain about what isn't working. Because one more time with feeling, folks, I know a lot of you who know me know I use that phrase, but one more time with feeling, folks, you get what you focus on. So let's focus on happiness. Let's focus on possibility. Let's focus on well-being. Let's focus on gratitude and appreciation for all that is working. Let's focus on what is working. And when we do, we will see so many other things start working. Promise. Let's focus on what is working, and then we will see so many other things that are working. And then before you know it, folks, things are going your way. All right, that's my little New Year's couple of words, invitation to you to find a way to think about what is working, or to focus on what is working every day. That can be in gaps, that can be in your body, that can be with your relationships, that can be in your job, that can just be in the world. If we started looking for what is working, and focus there, many things would shift. All right. That's what I've got. That's what I'm going to try to do. Focus on what is working. Focus on what is working. All right, folks, so you could actually tell me what is working and then ask your question. So this is working and I'm having a challenge with that. Or this is working and I'm not quite sure what to do about that. So, Anyway, I invite you to that kind of conversation today. Let's say hello to everyone. So hello. Who did I not say hello to? Hi, Diana. Happy New Year to you, Lizelle. So happy to see you too. Blessings on all you do. Hello, Sumaya is here. Hi. Hi, Shaz Saf. I think you may be new. Hello. Carla is here. Hi, Carla. And hello, Abida. Hello, Abby. Hello, Rosa. Rosa Maria. Hello, Dill. How are you doing? Hello, Louise. Hello, Dill's got the first question. She threw it in there a while ago. Whenever I increase animal fats, my eczema gets worse. Is this due to fat indigestion or something else? Okay, so a couple things. I would need to know, let me back up. What animal fats are we talking about? How much animal fat are you taking in? What other things are you doing to take care of your liver and gallbladder? So those are questions that I have. You're welcome to type those in, and I'll take a look at them. The other piece is that we know that the skin is one of the major detox organs for the body. We also, of course, have the lungs are a detoxification organ. The liver is a detoxification organ. The kidneys are detoxification organs, like all of these things. And the skin is the biggest detox organ we've got in terms of how large it is. And so it could be detoxification. And in terms of your eczema getting worse, where is the eczema? How much eczema? Like, is it in one spot? Is it all over? I need a little bit more information than I can help. But remembering that the skin is the largest detoxification organ of the body. And often what happens in all bodies, human bodies, is that the body heals from the inside out. And the skin is the last thing that will heal. So not only is it a detoxification organ, so therefore, if you're toxic and you're doing a detox, you may have your eczema flare. But also that as you're healing inside, the skin could be reactive because it's the last thing to heal. Hello, Ianella is here. Good to have you. Hello, Jody. How are you? All right. I'm going to get over here and talk to Sumaya. I am in stage 4. Excellent. I ate carrot juice and felt movement in my stomach and gas. Could this be the cause of this? And should I try it again after 2 weeks? Good questions. Okay, so one more time with feeling. All of you have access to this chart in the featured posts. It's my GAPS intro diet chart, folks. We remember that stage 4 is the beginning of the stages of intro. That is starting to be a detoxification stage, right? So we've got building stages 1, 2, 3, detox stages 4, 5, 6, and then ultimately moving off intro. Carrot juice is introduced in stage 4 as the first detoxification. We know that juicing is detoxifying. And I hope, Sumaya and everyone, that we always dilute the carrot juice first, 50-50 with water. Yeah. You start with a very small amount, so I'm hoping you started with a tablespoon. If you started with a tablespoon and you had sick to your stomach and you had some gas, then I would wait 2 weeks. That's usually a good amount of time. And then try again. Remembering that one of the most important things in GAPS is to start with just a little bit of anything new and then gradually increase, right? So I'm not sure if you started with a cup of carrot juice, which would be far too much. Even a half a cup would be far too much. Even an ounce would be too much. So we start with about a tablespoon as an adult. Tablespoon of carrot juice, tablespoon of water. We keep it in our mouth. That looks funny. We move it all around. We chew, chew, chew. Yeah. And then we swallow. So, not sure. I started with more than a tablespoon. Yeah, go back to a tablespoon. Yes, you did dilute. Excellent. So, yeah, I would just, maybe wait at least 3 or 4 days and try again. Yeah, and start with a tablespoon. Excellent, Sumaya. All right, we've got Shaz Saf. Hello, Shaz Saf. I am doing full gaps with my 14-year-old, excellent, and your 9-year-old. They both suffer with constipation. They are getting better now. I am back on to stage 2. Excellent. So I really encourage everyone to do a couple things. When we're talking, a couple things, let's see, 3 things. When we talk about constipation. Number 1, I do have at least 1 or 2 videos about constipation on YouTube or even on this page. Just look it up, Ask the Gap Chef, constipation. It may also be called poop clues. Kind of funny, but anyway, so look for other videos I've done on that. Number 2, go to the Blue Book and read everything Dr. Natasha has on bowel management. Blue Book, bowel management. I would read that and I would see how you could apply it to your family. So bowel management is on page 372 in the Blue Book. Very, very important. The third thing I would do is check the following. Number 1, if anyone is suffering from constipation. Number 1, make sure they're drinking enough water every day. Pure water that's been filtered, that's not out of the tap, right? Needs to be spring water, well water, structured water, filtered water, not tap water that's full of chemicals that will kill all your microbes. All right, number 2, make sure you are supporting the liver, because liver congestion equals constipation. You say to me, they're only 14 and 9, how could they have liver congestion? They can. So that means beet kvass, drinking it. That means eating beets. That means juicing beets. Don't juice beets straight, it's too strong, but along with some other juice. That means eating beet greens. Yeah, beets. If you have liver congestion, we're thinking about beets. You could also add lemon to juice or lemon to water. Lemon is very good for the liver and liver enzymes specific to it. So liver congestion. You could do a castor oil pack on the liver. Absolutely. Do that. Start slowly. Start with 20 minutes or an hour. Go to overnight. Liver congestion. You could do GAPS shakes. They are specific for liver congestion and clearing bile stones, gallstones. That would be in the Blue Book on page 80. That is the specific recipe for clearing gallstones, bile stones. Yeah, page 80 in the Blue Book. Yeah. What else could you do for liver congestion? Okay, so water, liver congestion that you treat with the things I'm just talking about now. And then the other thing is, of course, got to get those microbes balanced. So making sure that if they're having cultured dairy, when we are constipated, we have full fat dairy, right? Homemade cultured cream. Homemade cultured cream that you culture with yogurt culture, and lots of it. And then, of course, we also make sure that they're getting enough fat. Fat. I'm sure I did a talk about how much fat a while back. 6-8 tablespoons of fat a day. Don't start there. Work your way up. Most people are not having enough fat. Certainly, most children are not. I mean, everybody's afraid of fat, certainly saturated fats, but we need them, and your children really need them. All children. I hope that's helpful. And if they're on full gaps, salad, lettuce, raw vegetables, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Here is Jody. Hey, Jody, it's been a while. What is working? Making myself sit outside in the sunshine in the morning, especially feeling it on my face. Yes. Jody, yes. Right? Sunshine in the morning. It's actually really important to get sunshine in the morning and in the evening. For everybody. I mean, if you can do morning, yahoo, right? Really, really important to get sunshine. And you know, Jody, I don't know if you've heard Tom Cowan's talk lately, Dr. Tom Cowan, but he says, make sure the palm of your hand is getting sunshine. So when you're sitting there getting sunshine on your face, put your palms up, because these are little energy centers that will help your whole body use the energy of the sun to be well. So great. We know that sunshine is detoxifying. That's according to Dr. Natasha. Sunshine is also happy making, which is really important. And sunshine, believe it or not, helps to fuel our bodies. So if you're depressed, not saying anybody is, but if you have someone that's depressed or low or sad or having a hard time, get them outside. Even if it's freezing outside, bundle up, get into the sun, even if it's just your face that's getting the sun. Very, very important. Great job, Jody. I love it. You're welcome, Shaz. You're welcome. Hello. What else have we got here? Yeah, anybody else going to tell me what is working? Someone, please. What is working? Anything. Any little thing. Like, oh, I finally got my meat stock to gel. Or, oh, I learned how to make sauerkraut. Or, oh, I found a really great farm to get raw milk from. Or, oh, my child is feeling better on this way. Or, oh, more things. What is working? Okay. Jody, you get a star for putting it in there. Okay. Can we give them all the vegetables we allow on gaps? Can we give them all the vegetables? Yes, absolutely. Anyone who's on full gaps, folks, can have all the vegetables on gaps. You can have them raw on full. You can have them cooked. You can have them fermented. You can have them in meat stock. You can have soups made of them, every darn thing. So yes, all the vegetables that are allowed on gaps. There are not so many vegetables that are not allowed on gaps, folks. You're all aware, I think. No starchy vegetables, no potatoes, no sweet potatoes, no Jerusalem artichokes. Yeah, most things are allowed on gaps as long as it's not a high starch vegetable or a high fiber vegetable for that matter. All right. All right, Sumaya says, hi, if the yogurt did not start to separate after 24 hours into whey and yogurt, should I then ferment the yogurt longer? Just a smidgel. You could, yes, you can. I mean, you know that trick about it separating into whey. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you like to have that as a like a marker, then you're certainly welcome to do that. Leave it out for another hour, 2 hours, etc. Make sure that your room temperature is not too cold, right? Yeah. All right, well, that's what we've got today, folks. Anyone else have other questions, or would they like to put into the comment sections what is working? Any tiny little tiny thing. Sometimes my farmer doesn't have liver. Can I get it from the local market, or it has to be organic? So, hold on. So what we know is that when we're on gaps, starting over, every human being's body right now is under the assault of toxins, whether you're on gaps or not. So when we're on the GAPS diet, we really try to make sure that we do not add toxins to the body, right? So we get the cleanest food we can find, the purest food we can find, and that's what we eat. Yeah, because then we're not stressing the detoxing organs of the body. Now, in terms of liver, so the best liver, of course, is liver from grass-fed and grass-finished animals. Sometimes in the market we buy it, it's called organic, but just because something's organic doesn't mean it's grass-fed or grass-finished. It just means it doesn't have toxins in it, we hope. Yeah, so grass-fed, grass-finished from a farmer would be first, organic from a store would be second, and then if you need to get liver and you can't get any of those, you know, many years ago I asked Sally Fallon, now Sally Fallon Morell, this question, and she said any liver is better than no liver because liver is so full of nutrients. So do the best you can, and then, as I always say, I'm going to move over here, as I always say, bless it and go, right? Do the best that you can, and then bless it and go. That means whatever you eat and whatever you put into your mouth, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you give your children, make sure that you are 100% in alignment with eating that food. That means that if you're going to go to your local market and get liver, then you have to be congruent with eating that liver. You can't be, oh, I shouldn't eat the liver, it's not organic. Oh, but I should eat the liver. Oh, but it's not organic. Oh, but I should eat the liver. Oh, but it's not organic. I mean, that's split and that's stupid. It's just not going to work for your body. So you have to be in alignment. You have to say, I got the best liver I could, and I'm going to get everything I need out of it, and it's going to be great. If you can't do that, then don't get the liver. I hope that's clear to everyone. So you either get in alignment with what you're eating or you don't eat it. Everything. Whether it's lard or tallow or it's liver or it's heart or it's tongue or it's meat stock or it's sauerkraut, whatever, or it's salt, I don't care what it is, whatever you're eating, get in alignment and then eat it or don't eat it. That means be clear in your energy about it. That means be clear that you know it's going to be fine or don't eat it. Hope that's helpful and clear. All right. So Sumaya says, if a person is on full gaps and has eczema, how do you know, apart from toxins, which vegetables or other food intolerances triggers the eczema? I'm going to suggest something, and that is, if you have eczema, I would work with a homeopath. I would absolutely work with a homeopathic, a trained homeopath, because they can often help with a remedy to clear the eczema. So there are not many, hold on, I have to cough. Pardon. There are at least 2 really good homeopaths on our page. One of them is, hold on. One of them is to get into a new window next time. One of them is a certified GAPS practitioner. Her name is Lise Battaglia. Sometimes she's on this call, sometimes she's not. I would work with a homeopath about your eczema. You can go to her website. It's called recoverynaturally.com. All right. And what else? How do you know apart from toxins? Vegetables, okay, so in my understanding, vegetables are not going to trigger eczema. Sugar will trigger eczema. So here's what I suggest. This is just my humble suggestion. You can try it or not, up to you. I would cut out all fruit from the diet on full gaps. I would cut out all nuts and seeds from the diet on full gaps. I would really increase the amount of fat I'm taking in. I would increase the amount of cultured cream I'm taking in. And I would be doing a very strong detox protocol, mostly castor oil pack on the liver. Not so many detox baths because it may aggravate the eczema. And then I would watch the skin. Sometimes the eczema will show as die-off, meaning you watch the amount of probiotic foods you bring in, like cultured dairy or fermented vegetables, and then you see how that affects your skin. That's how I would do it. I hope that's helpful. You're welcome, Diana. I'm glad it was helpful. Yay! Go, girl. Blessings on your journey. All right, Shaz says, hello, Natasha. Good to have you with us. Natasha, you are challenged to write something that is working in the comments. You're welcome. What is working? Any one thing that's working. What is working for you on the GAPS diet? One thing. Write it down. All right, Shaz says, could my children have parasites that affect their condition, ADD, ADHD, autism, constipation? Everyone has parasites. Did I say that? Oh my God. The question is whether or not they're out of control and they're a problem. So, pardon. Golly gee. One more time with feeling, we do not go after the parasites until after at least a year on GAPS. That means all of your digestive, that means your constipation is cleared and you've been on GAPS for a year. Then we can think about working with the parasites. I personally, Monica Corrado, do not suggest you go after parasites. Sorry, I've had too many people have really bad experiences when you go after parasites, and Dr. Natasha is clear that we don't go after parasites. We allow the body to come to balance. We work with the kefir with a lot of good fungi and yeast in it. We work with the sauerkraut with good lactobacilli. We work with the detox protocols. We work with lots of fat and lots of nutrients and lots of beautiful organ meats and lots of meat stock, and we see how the body comes to balance after a year or two. Then we could think about parasites, but folks, I really have seen some damage done with people doing parasite cleanses, and I don't think they're a good idea. Okay. Not to my knowledge, Sumaya. Nightshades can cause, in my understanding, can cause joint pain. Watch it. Check it. Go off nightshades for 2-3 months and then try to bring one in and see what happens. Right? The body will always tell the truth to you. Dill asks, why would someone have bloating flatulence? Of course you would. Dill, my dear, how long have you been doing this? A long time. All right, sorry. But really, folks, here we go. Why would someone have bloating, flatulence, and painful gas after eating ferments? Because they're having die-off. Because they're having die-off. Remember, what is a lactoferment? All right, let me start in a different place. We remember, please, that one of the things we must do in GAPS is introduce things like powerful lactoferments and cultured dairy. We introduce them slowly. We introduce them maybe sometimes a drop at a time. We introduce them 1/8 of a teaspoon. We introduce them 1/2 a teaspoon. We introduce very, very little. Why? Because they're powerful. Why? Because they can initiate, catalyze, begin die-off. So if you're eating too many ferments, more than your body can handle, then you have a lot dying off. And when pathogenic bacteria, yeast, fungi, whoever, die off, they give off gas and toxins. So I would just suggest that you back down on the amount of ferments you're eating. Back down on the amount and see how you do. Or check the type and see how you do. That is why. So, why would someone have bloating, flatulence, and painful gas after eating ferments? Because they have eaten too much, and they are having a die-off response, which is exactly that: bloating, flatulence, and gas. That's why when I say to people, we use the Monica Corrado stair-step method, right? When we introduce ferments, we add in a little bit, we stay at that level for a while until the body is able to handle that, right? And then we add in a little bit more, and then we stay at that level, and then we add a little bit more, and then we stay at that level. Add a little bit more, stay at that level, right? Stair-step method, very little, right? That's how we do it, so that we don't have a strong die-off response, which makes us feel bad. I hope that was helpful. Okay. Hello, Roseanne. Good to have you. Okay. You're welcome, Shaz. Okay, Natasha says, my toddler is always begging me for bananas on stage 5. All right. So bananas aren't even on stage 5. They're on stage 6. Right? So cooked, peeled, right? Cooked peeled apple is on stage 5 with a lot of fat. Bananas are on stage 6, but watch it. So bananas could be, I need more potassium, in which case you can add more potassium juices to your your toddler's diet. It could also be microbes saying, hey, I want sugar. So just watch it. See if giving your toddler bananas, remembering they have to be brown spotted, brown, soft, right? So that they're not so much sugar. This is so funny that I keep getting this in my eye. All right. So just make sure that the bananas are really, really, really overripe, and give them just a little bit and see if there's any kind of die-off response. That's what I would do. Yeah. My toddler won't eat any fermented vegetables. Just feed him the brine. Well, that's fine. Get that brine in. You're good to go. And keep trying. Not a problem. Okay, let's see. Happy to see you, Roseanne. Yes, good to see you again. Yes, Sumaya, it was answered. Yeah. Yes, you can ferment it a little bit longer, but I would go back and listen to the other things that I said. Hope that's helpful. You are welcome, Natasha. Okay, Joanna, yay! You actually are writing what's working. Okay, what's working? Ferments. They have become a daily part of my life. Yay! Making them has become second nature. Yes, this was completely foreign to me pre-GAPS. Thank you for your guidance. You're so welcome. It's my joy, really. Good for you. I'm so proud. Keep on keeping on. Spread the word. Spread the good word. Keep up the fermentum. I love to say that. Keep up the fermentum. Great. Sunbathing. Lost the sunglasses and spent lots of time in the sun last year. Never burned. Excellent. So happy to hear that. Sunbathing is incredibly detoxifying, folks. So rock and roll, get out in the sun. Get out in the sun. You know, we are grateful for the things like Zoom and Facebook Lives and all this technology, but I got to tell you, get outside. It's really good for you. Good for your mood. Good for your energy, good for detoxification, really important. Get those kids outside. Walk barefoot if you can do it. Really good. All right. So glad to hear from you, Joanna. So happy to have you here. Okay. Shaz asks, if a child is not drinking enough stock but is having it in food, is it still going to work? Yes. Do whatever you can, folks. Remember that. When we move to stage 2, you're having stock in casseroles, you're having stock in stews. Not that anybody's making them. right? You're having stock in casseroles, you're having stock in stews, you can have stock in soup, you can have stock in pureed vegetables. Just get the stock in. That's really what you need to do. Yes. Sumaya, how many times is it recommended to do water and coffee enemas on intro and full gaps? Totally individual. So remember, couple things. There are different types of enemas, and I would definitely go read Bowel Management in the Blue Book, because Dr. Natasha talks a lot of detail on enemas. But we use enemas, the basic enema of water with salt and baking soda for adults. We use that when we are not having a bowel movement. So we definitely use the basic enema as a tool for when we are not having a bowel movement every day. Coffee enemas are detox enemas. They, what can I say? They help the liver detoxify more blood faster. So coffee enemas are detox enemas. And you know, what's the right answer for how often should you do a coffee enema? I don't know that Dr. Natasha has written that anywhere. I think it's up to you. And I think it's up to your detox protocol. So do you want to do a coffee enema once a week? Do you want to do a coffee enema once a month? What do you need? What kind of support do you need? We remember that coffee enemas are also helpful. Pardon me. Coffee enemas are also helpful for things like migraines, right? So they're also helpful to really help the body detoxify when it is in an immune system upgrade. Meaning, if you have a lot of mucus in your head, in your sinuses, in your lungs, in your bowels, whatever, and you really want to help support the body, do coffee enemas. You can do 1, 2, 3 a day if you need to help you get through anything that looks like an illness, right? With the exception of anyone who has thyroid issues like Graves' disease, we do not do coffee enemas. Of course, pregnant women do not do coffee enemas. There are a whole list of people. Anyone who has heart issues does not do coffee enemas. Please look at the list of those people where coffee enemas are contraindicated. Yeah? Dr. Natasha has some people should not do coffee enemas. Hello, Priscilla. How good to have you. Okay, I'm doing enemas for my boys with salt and soda every other day. Is that okay? Yes, that is fine. Yep. But again, the amount of enemas that people do is really bio-individual, and it's also determined by what you're trying to do. So are we trying to make sure that, are we trying to help the body because it's constipated and we have to get the toxins out? Or are we, trying to support and have a robust, that's a better word than strong, a robust detoxification protocol, right? Okay. But again, I'm going to say it again. I say it over and over and over again. I say it anytime anybody will listen to me. Please read the books. Please read Dr. Natasha's books. Don't even go to anybody else's books. Read Dr. Natasha's books first. Read them 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Use them as a reference. Go to the books. They have the answers. My book, which many of you have, which is called The Complete Cooking Techniques for the GAPS Diet, is based only on Dr. Natasha's book. Meaning, I'm trying to show you the actual cooking techniques in that book. In her books, right? Because sometimes they're hard to follow. So my book is all about learning how to ferment 8 different ways, learning how to make cultured cream 3 different ways, learning how to make yogurt 3 different ways, learning how to soak, sprout, and ferment nuts and seeds, learning how to make fermented nut or seed bread, etc., etc., etc. So mine is like the cooking guide, right? So always Dr. Natasha's books first, Yellow and blue, read them, read them, read them. If you have anyone that has any kind of concerns, worries, questions about the amount of fat in the GAPS diet, have them read the red book, Put Your Heart in Your Mouth. Really important. And yes, Priscilla, read it till the pages fall out. You are not kidding. Look at this. Right? We got so many things marked here. Yes, that's me. And I teach for Dr. Natasha. Look at this one. This one's definitely falling apart. Right? Like, look at this. It's crazy. Anyway. Read it, read it, read it. And please, folks, if you're on the page and I'm not on the page, and you see people asking questions that they really should know the answer to, please encourage them to read the book or search the page, because often we've answered these questions before, no problem. I love that. Search the page. Or go to, right, gaps.me FAQs. Right? Go see what Dr. Natasha says. It's really important. I mean, she's the gal. It's her protocol. She knows best. Are there certain sicknesses for which full GAPS diet is sufficient without the intro diet? So, Dr. Natasha herself will say that healing happens on the full GAPS diet. And we know that it does. It just takes longer. It takes longer. Yes, that's my experience also. It just takes longer. So, but remember, the full GAPS diet is helpful for people who either are learning how to cook, or they're practicing GAPS, they're practicing making meat stock, they're eating it once in a while, right? There are people who travel a lot. I mean, there are people who are constipated. They need to get the constipation under control before you even think about going on to the intro diet. Remember that intro is not for people prone to constipation. So don't try to force it, folks, or you're just going to become more constipated. Try and get those issues that we talked about in the beginning. What causes constipation, right? Which is not enough water. I always say that because a dear, dear friend of mine always says, don't forget the water, Monica. Okay. Not enough water, not enough, not enough water, congested liver, or they just need to change they need to change the microbes in the gut. And that just means more cultured dairy, more ferments, etc., etc. So, intro, if you can do it without too much distress and duress, figure out when you can do it. And frankly, folks, if you can do it, do stage 1, 3 to 5 days. Jump on stage 2, stay there for 6 months. Fantastic. Then move. Just a thought. Some people stay on stage 2 for a year. Lots of healing happens on stage 2. All right, just a quick couple things for all of you. I do have an amazing, yes, it's true, Meat Stock Masterclass that's up on my website and on the gapstraining.com website. That's Dr. Natasha's website. Also, her training website. The Meat Stock Masterclass will teach you everything you need to know about how to make meat stock, and also how to work with casseroles and with stews and hearty soups, blended soups, you name it. It's all in there. So you could take a look at that if you like. My website is simplybeingwell.com. I also have a really great class up there. I know it sounds crazy. I'm telling you it's really great, but it is. Being Well Through Winter. Just finished that class. It's up now as an evergreen course if you want to learn some tips and tricks about how to stay well through winter, specific to the season of winter. So you can jump on there. Take a look. All right. We have another question coming in. Is it possible to consume lemon and apple cider vinegar in water or in other ways from intro stage 1? Yes. Just the juice. We don't eat lemon in stage 1 or stage 2 or stage 3, right? We start juicing lemon in stage 4, like actually through the juicer. But you're welcome to have lemon in water in stage 1. You are welcome to have apple cider vinegar in water in stage 1. Yes, very good ways to, lemon will help the liver, and apple cider vinegar will help with stomach acid and digestion, acidify. No, beet kvass does not have to be on an empty stomach, but it works best if it is. So if we're trying to work on decongesting the liver, then we have beet kvass on an empty stomach. If we're using beet kvass as just another ferment, you can have it whenever you want. Beet kvass is your friend, for sure. All right, somebody else give me something that's working. Anybody? What else is working? Roseanne, what's working? Anything in gaps? Did Natasha tell me anything that was working? So Natasha, one way you could reframe it is, what's working? My toddler loves brine. Yay, that's working. Hooray. Okay. Good, good. All right, everyone. Well, it's been a pleasure to be with you. I'll see you next week on Tuesday, same gaps time, same gap station. Can we eat kefir cheese or yogurt cheese in stage 1 and 2? That depends on if you're already eating kefir and yogurt. If the answer is yes, then yes. Right? You're welcome, Tara. I hope you're well. Yay! Your toddler loves kefir. Go, Ianella. Okay, I'm going to close. Excellent. All right, everyone. Take good care of yourselves. Happy New Year. Again, I invite you to practice, to focus on what is working, to write it down every day in a journal. This is working. My toddler loves kefir. Yay! I mastered getting my meat stock to gel. Yay! I have a really great pot for making meat stock. Yay! I found a farmer that I love. Yay! Right? Like, my child is sleeping through the night, most nights. Yay! I'm having more energy. Yay! What is working, folks? Focus on what is working. I wish you a wonderful, blessed, happy, healthy 2024. And I will see you all next week. Same gaps time, same gap station. Be well all. You're welcome, Dill. Thank you. I'll take all the blessings. I will take them. I appreciate them. All right. Be well, everyone. See you next week. Joanna, be well. We'll see you then. Yay, Carla. Hooray. Good for you. Good to hear it. Okay. Bye now.